Thanks so much for coming to our housewarming party today. I was really happy that you managed to come.
Thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed all the amazing food. You have to tell me where you ordered all the food from next time. All the dishes tasted really good.
Yeah, I ordered the food from 3 different restaurants in the area. I'll tell you them next time you come. I'm glad that you liked all the food.
My husband really loves chicken, so he was happy too. He was saying the fried chicken and wings were amazing. The only problem was there wasn't enough food, in my opinion. I know that most of my family don't eat that much, so you probably thought that it would be enough food. Unfortunately, my husband is still really young and eats a lot. It would have been nice if you had thought of that and prepared more meat dishes. I was a little disappointed with you for that.
I guess I did prepare a lot of non-meat dishes. I didn't think that he would just eat all the meat.
He is very young after all. Why didn't you prepare more meat dishes?
That was because I know that your mom and dad prefer eating seafood over meat dishes. I also didn't find out that you guys were coming until this morning. I just didn't have the time to prepare. I'm sorry if he wasn't satisfied with the amount of food.
I guess it's okay. I'm going to have your huge house as compensation, though.
What are you talking about?
The house that you guys built wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't have very high expectations before seeing it, but it was actually pretty nice. We decided that we want your new house.
I'm sorry, but I'm so confused. You want my house? You understand you can't just take my house, right? Are you joking?
Of course not. I'm seriously asking for you to give us the house.
I have no idea why you think that we would give you our house. We planned out the design for a very long time and finally had it built. It's our dream house. Why do you think that we would just give you our dream house that was just built?
Are you serious? You're so stingy. I didn't think you were that kind of person. I'm disappointed in you. I thought that you were kind.
Did you just call me stingy? I don't think that I deserve to be called that at all. It's very unreasonable to ask someone to just give you their house. I can't believe you'd even ask.
Is it though? That house is my brother's house, right? Ever since we were young, he would always give me any of his stuff if I asked for it. We get along very well, and he's really kind to me. I thought that he would give me his house too if I asked nicely. You're doing the same thing as me, right? You only married him because he's rich and buys you anything that you ask for.
So you really are serious about this. Are you really an adult? The way you think is the same as how a 5-year-old thinks. You don't go into the store and take what you want without paying, do you?
I would never do such a thing because that's a crime. Are you stupid?
What you're doing right now is almost the same thing. You're not going to be given whatever you want just because you asked nicely for it. It doesn't matter if it's your family's property. You can't just ask for his house and expect him to give it to you.
Of course I can ask for his stuff. He's my big brother.
Why don't you get that what you're asking for is really insane?
It's not insane. I just want something from my brother and I'm asking him nicely for it. Me and Sean have already decided that we're moving into your place. Would you hurry up and gather up your belongings and move out?
Sorry, but that is not going to happen.
Why are you being so difficult about this?
I don't want to talk to you anymore because you don't listen to what I'm saying. If you want to talk about this, then contact him directly, okay? I've got to go now.
I didn't think that you were this stingy. You need to be nicer to me. If he finds out about this, he's going to divorce you. I don't care about you anymore. I'm going to go and ask him about this directly. I hope that he divorces a gold digger like you.
Hello, Mia. Thanks for all the food that you prepared for us today. It was all very delicious. It's Sean, by the way, Mary's husband. I got your number from her, and that's why I'm texting you. Good evening, Sean. I'm sure that she already told you, but she really wants your new house that just got built. You understand how crazy of a request that is, right? Would you be able to explain to her how she's being very unreasonable? She kept talking to me as if it was a completely normal thing to ask for. I don't think that she's doing anything wrong. She contacted her brother about it too, and he said no. She's crying in bed right now because you guys wouldn't give her what she wants. I'm sure that you understand, but we can't just give away our house. We spent a long time designing it and paid a lot of money to get it built. It's our dream house, and we have no intention of giving it away. It might be your dream house, but we really like the house too. Would you please just consider giving it to us for free? Are you serious? You're saying exactly the same thing as her. You guys are both insane. I understand why you guys are married to each other now. It's actually the perfect timing for you guys to give us your house. The contract we have for our current place runs out at the end of the month. Instead of renewing it, we want to move into your house. There's just so much more space in your house. We think that we would really enjoy living in a house rather than an apartment from next month. Why don't you guys get your own house built then? You guys can design the house from scratch so that it becomes the perfect house for you guys. That's just so much effort, and it's going to cost so much money. Yeah, houses do take a lot of money and effort to build. That's why I'm not going to give you guys mine. We actually thought about building our own house too. We hired a house planner and went through the process of choosing the location and the design. It was really fun, and we were so excited for our house until they showed us the quote. We realized that we couldn't afford it with our salaries. You could have gone for something smaller or further away from the city center. It would make it a lot cheaper. That's not possible. We want to live in a house that is as big as your place. Also, the location where you guys built your house is amazing. It would make it so much easier for us to commute to work from there. Would you please consider letting us have the place? I've already said no so many times. Stop asking me the same thing over and over. You're a lot older than us, so you should be helping us out. Stop being so stingy. It doesn't matter if I'm older than you. I have no reason to give you anything. Then would you please get a divorce then? Why should I get divorced? I just talked with Mary about what we should do. We realized that if you get divorced and leave the house, then we can move in. I don't get how you guys came to that conclusion. Well, your husband is very busy with work all the time and doesn't come home very often. He goes on business trips pretty often too. We decided that we would move in with him and help him maintain the house. We can do the cleaning from time to time. It would benefit all three of us if we lived together. For that to happen, we need you gone. I am definitely not getting a divorce. End of conversation. She told me that once you get divorced and leave, her brother would welcome us to live with him. There's no way that he would agree to that. He already told her that she couldn't have this house. Do you realize that everything is going to be solved if you leave? Stop being so selfish and get a divorce so the rest of us can live a happy life. You guys are both insane. I'm sorry, but I have no intention of giving you guys the house or getting a divorce. If you guys are going to keep making such ridiculous requests, I'm going to have to block you both. I really don't want to be talking to crazy people. Wait, are you really going to block us? She was telling me that you were a stingy woman. I agree with her completely. Also, your personality sucks. Why are you not replying now? Are you seriously ignoring me? You're just a gold digger that got married to him for his money. Hurry up and get divorced so the rest of us can be happy.
Get out now!
You still haven't given up? How many times do I have to repeat this? I'm not leaving the house and I'm not giving it away either. I'm definitely not getting a divorce, so quit asking me.
You guys have gotten divorced already! Hurry up and get out of the house!
What are you talking about? We haven't gotten a divorce. Stop lying to me.
Actually, you guys are officially divorced. Me and Sean filled in the divorce papers for you guys. We faked the signature and then handed it in.
Are you serious? How could you do that? That is taking it way too far. Do you know how much trouble you guys are in for doing that?
Yeah, whatever. Stop making empty threats. I know that we're not in any trouble. Would you hurry up and move out of the house now that you're divorced? You're a complete stranger to my brother now. I'm sure that he'd prefer that you move out so that we can move in. We're a family after all. The three of us are going to live together without you.
You really are crazy. Getting us divorced by faking our signatures is definitely a crime. You're going to have to go to prison if I report you to the police for this.
Stop joking around. I'll Also, this is all your fault for refusing to accept our request. You should have moved out of the house when we asked you to.
Do you not realize how selfish you are being by doing this? Also, now is not a good time for you to be doing this to us.
Yeah, I know. Enjoy your last vacation with him.
We're on our honeymoon right now. I was really excited for this trip because we had it planned for over a year now. We couldn't go on our honeymoon right after we got married because we were so busy. We finally managed to get an extended holiday together. We literally just left for our trip this morning. How am I meant to enjoy my honeymoon with you doing this to me?
We should finish moving into the house by the time you guys get back. You don't need to worry about us at all.
Are you serious? I can't trust you at all.
You should try to enjoy your first and last vacation that you're going to have with my brother. It must be a little awkward going on vacation with your ex-husband. I hope you guys have fun, though.
I can't believe what you've done. We're just about to get on our flight as well. I don't have the time to figure out what to do. I'm not even sure if we should get on this flight with you trying to steal our home.
Sorry, but I've got to go now. We have to start packing all our things before the moving truck comes to our place. Don't forget to buy us souvenirs, okay? Goodbye, and enjoy your vacation.
Wait, don't go! This is not okay at all! Mary, answer me now! Where the hell are you? What is going on? You have a lot of explaining to do.
Did you guys come back already? Welcome back! You bought me a lot of souvenirs, right? I can't wait to see what you got for me.
That's not important at all. Would you explain what happened to our house? Why are all your belongings inside? Also, where is my stuff? I don't see any of my belongings anywhere.
You got divorced with my brother and became a complete stranger to us. We didn't want a stranger's belongings in the house, so we transported it all to a nearby storage unit. You should be really grateful that we didn't just throw it all out. I'll give you the details for the storage unit so you can go get your belongings.
You've got to be kidding me. How did you guys even get inside in the first place? I thought I locked the door when I left.
We had a spare key made. That's why we were able to get inside.
When did you guys manage to do that?
We got the spare key made when we came over for the housewarming party. Remember how Sean had to leave for a while? That's when he ran to the key shop and got the spare key made. We fell in love with your house on that day and decided to take action.
So you guys had planned this from that long ago?
Yep, we had it all planned out. I made sure to check how you unlock the front gate with the security code.
You guys intended on stealing the house from the start. I can't believe a family member would do such a thing.
We're not family anymore. You got divorced, remember? You were my sister-in-law for a very short amount of time. This is no longer your house, so please give up. You can't come in without my permission.
Where are you guys right now?
We're out to eat at a fancy French restaurant. There was some cash left out on the table, so we're using that money.
You're just making this worse for yourself. How many crimes have you committed now? Forgery, trespassing, theft. The list goes on and on.
Stop making those empty threats. We haven't done anything wrong. The starter just arrived, so we're going to enjoy our full-course dinner. I think that we're going to be back in around 2 hours. Would you be able to leave my souvenirs on the table and then get out of my house? My brother is the owner of the house, so he can stay.
I've realized there's no point trying to solve this by talking to you. I'm going to have to take some legal action now. You're really going to regret all of this.
I think you're the one that's full of regrets. If you had just left the house when I first asked, none of this would have happened. You're no longer married to him, so get out the house, you stranger.
Actually, you're the one that's getting kicked out. The house is in my name. It's my property.
Wait, what did you just say? The house is in your name? You're not serious, right?
I am dead serious. I was the one that signed the paperwork to get the house constructed. The house is in my name.
What are you talking about?
I guess you weren't listening to anything that we told you at the housewarming party. We explained everything about the house, including whose name it was under. I guess that you guys were too busy planning how to steal the house and weren't listening at all.
You're just making all this up, right? The house is definitely in my brother's name. He's the husband after all. It just makes so much more sense for it to be in his name.
Actually, it doesn't. The house was built on a plot of land that belonged to my grandfather. He was kind enough to give me the plot of land and the house that was built there. I was using the house to host a couple of rooms through Airbnb and earning some money on the side. Unfortunately, the building was old and I decided to get it taken down. We used the empty plot of land to build our new house on.
I didn't know about any of that.
So now you know. The house that land is built on is mine.
What about the house then?
The house is mine as well. I paid for most of it with the money that I earned on the side through hosting on Airbnb.
You're lying. That house is meant to be my brother's.
I'm not lying at all. The interior is really expensive, and I couldn't afford it by myself, so he helped me out. I guess the house is partly his property too. He also pays for all our living expenses these days, so I'm grateful for that.
So you're really telling me that the owner of the house is just you?
Yeah, I'm the only owner. I'm going to have to dispose of all the foreign things that somehow came into the house.
Wait! That's all our belongings!
I'm going to be kind and get it all taken to a nearby storage. You can go and collect it later by yourselves.
Please don't do that! Let's talk about this and find a solution that works for both of us. We have no place to go if you kick us out. We moved out of our old apartment completely.
That's not my problem at all. You guys can go and find a new place to live. I didn't ask you guys to move in with us. You trespassed on my property, and that's why I'm kicking you out.
Wait, there's something that I need to tell you. Sean was the one that planned all of this. He forced me to help him out.
So you were forced into helping?
I told him that I loved your new house when I first saw it. I don't know why, but he told me that we should steal it. That's when he started planning this all out. You guys were telling us about your honeymoon at the housewarming party. He told me that it would be the perfect time to move into your house.
I see. What are you trying to tell me?
I did absolutely nothing wrong. He was the one that did all this to you.
I don't care which one of you planned this all out. You guys both played a part and I don't intend on forgiving either of you. I've already told your parents about what you did and they are furious. Your brother no longer wants to talk to you and he is saying that he is going to cut ties with you completely.
He's cutting ties with me? Does that mean I can't see him ever again?
Pretty much. We don't want to have any connections with you guys at all. I'm also going to report everything that happened to the police as well.
Please don't report me to the police. I'm your sister-in-law. I don't want to go to prison.
What do you want me to do then?
I don't know.
Your entire family is planning to cut all ties with you. You're not going to have anyone that you can depend on. I suggest you start by apologizing to me and showing me that you feel sorry for what you did. If you're really sorry, then you should be here moving all of your belongings out of my house. Don't make me do it. Also, pay me back the money that you stole from the table.
But we don't have anywhere to move our belongings to. We also have no money saved up.
I thought that you guys both worked full-time. How could you not have any savings?
I actually quit my job because we managed to get a house to live in. I'm a housewife now.
I can't believe it. You didn't get a house, you stole it! It hasn't even been a month and you quit your job already?
I just thought of a great idea. Please let me live here and I'll do all the housework for you. I'll also tell him to pay you guys $500 a month for our living expenses if you let us live here.
I have no trouble doing all the housework myself, so I don't need you. You would just get in my way. Also, there's no way I'm going to let you guys both live here for a measly $500. You guys committed multiple crimes within the span of a few days. I can't trust you guys at all.
We really have nowhere to go, though. Let us live here.
No, that's not going to happen. You guys have a spare key for the house, so I'm changing all the locks right now. I no longer want to talk to you anymore, so my husband will be contacting you at a later date. There's still a lot of things that have to be solved. I've got to go now, so goodbye.
Wait! Please don't go! Your house is way too big for just 2 people. Please, let's all live together. We promise that we won't cause you any more trouble ever again.
Mary won't stop crying because of you. You're her sister-in-law, aren't you? How could you be so mean to her? Actually, I'm no longer his sister-in-law thanks to the divorce papers that you guys forged. She's a total stranger to me now.
I don't care if she's crying.
I guess that's true, but it was forged. You're not really divorced.
I heard that you were the one that planned this all out. You were the one that forged the divorce documents, made the spare key, and moved all my belongings out my house.
I had to do all that because you wouldn't give us the house when we asked nicely.
Who would say yes to such a ridiculous request? I'm sorry, but I'm reporting you guys both to the police. I'm also going to be employing a lawyer and creating a lawsuit against you guys. Be prepared to pay a huge sum of money to me because the amount of damage that you guys caused me is unmeasurable. I have a lot of money, so I'm getting the best lawyer in the city. You guys better be prepared.
Are you really getting the police and a lawyer involved? We didn't do anything that bad.
I'm doing the right thing by reporting all of this. Do you not realize how many crimes you guys committed? Let's see. You forged our signatures and handed in fake divorce papers. You created a spare key to our house without our permission. Then you guys trespassed into my house and removed all of my belongings from the house. To top it all off, you stole my money that was left on the table and used it all up. I'm sure other crimes are going to pop up when we do a little more searching.
Wait, please don't report me to the police. If that happens, I'm going to be fired from my company.
You deserve to be fired for what you did. Nobody wants to have a criminal on payroll. Why did you even go through with the plan when you knew that you could get fired for it?
I knew that what I did was not good. I only did it because she said that it's fine to do it to her family members.
A crime doesn't suddenly become nullified when it's done to a family member. Also, most people would never even think of committing a crime against their family. Do you not realize how much time and effort we put into getting our house built? You guys also tried to get us divorced without us knowing. That's what makes me the most angry.
Okay, I admit that what we did was wrong. We'll do whatever you want us to do, so please don't say anything to the police. I'll go and look for a new apartment to move into right now. Can we leave our belongings there for a little while longer? If I get fired from my job, I won't even be able to rent out a new apartment.
You guys didn't get any permission from us when you handed in the divorce papers, right? So I'll do the same. I'm not going to ask for your permission to go to the police to file a report. I'm not forgiving you guys, no matter how many times you apologize. Please don't bother contacting me ever again. I'm also going to ask the police for a restraining order against both of you. You guys can never approach me ever again, okay?
You can't do this to us. She quit her job recently, so we don't have any money to deal with this.
That has nothing to do with me. She can find another job and start earning again. I'm going to leave now, so don't contact me again, okay? If you need to talk to me, then contact my lawyer instead. I'll make sure that he sends you guys a message later this week.
Please don't report me to the police. I really did nothing wrong. She forced me to do all of this. I'll listen to anything that you tell me to do, so please don't go to the police. Don't mess up my life completely. My life is already falling apart in front of my eyes.
You are just unbelievable. How could you say such a thing after you tried to mess up my life completely? I'm going to make both of you guys pay for this. We talked to a lawyer about what had happened, and he told us that we were pretty much guaranteed to win the case. We managed to get paid for all the damages that they had caused to us, including the cleaning fees and fees for replacing the keys to our house. They had managed to damage a lot of the interior while moving in their belongings, so we charged them for that as well. We also filed a report to the police, and the two of them were arrested. Sean was fired from his company immediately after the arrest. They both managed to avoid having to go to prison. However, they both have a criminal record now. They could not pay the money that we demanded from them, so they had to borrow a huge amount of money from the bank to pay us back. Currently, they are both working multiple part-time jobs to try to pay back the money they owe. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.